Hey, thinking of changing careers? Are you really ready for this change? Because here's the truth, 49% of the people who make a career move end up regretting it. Almost 50%. So what separates the ones who thrive from those who stumble? Well, try and stick around because today I'm trying to give you a roadmap to a smooth strategic career transition. Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tshidi and I'm back with a brand new video. Today's video is focusing on career transitions or career changes. Today I'm breaking down exactly what you need to know before you actually make a career move and the critical steps that you actually need to take once you've actually decided to take that jump. Whether you're feeling stuck, burnt out, or just ready for something new, this video is actually going to give you a clear, actionable steps that you can implement like literally from tomorrow. What do you need to consider before you transition into a new career? Before you actually update your LinkedIn headline or start browsing job boards, let's actually start at square one. The beginning. Why do you want to leave? And one of the things that I want you to do is to be brutally honest with yourself. Is it specifically burnout, or is it just boredom, or you living in a very toxic environment? If it's burnout, you may actually need just a break or shift in the role, but not really the whole industry, because some people come and say, this is what I want to do, but they haven't really thought about whether it's burnout or not. The practical way of actually making sure that you can distinguish between the burnout and whether it's really a need for you to change is to try and journal for the next 7 days. Try and put together, write down when you actually feel the most fulfilled, whether it's in your role every single day and when you feel the most drained. Patterns will normally emerge. And the reason why we say you should take some time to journal this thing out is because within time, there's going to be days where you're feeling a bit low and there's going to be days where you're still excited about your job and excited about the things that you're doing on a daily basis. Number two, you have to try and figure out what are your transferable skills. Soft skills like leadership, communication, and problem solving are the currency in any industry. So those, if you have those already, you can take them with your next job. Practical tip here is make a 2-column list. The left side could be current job task, the right side could be skills they represent. You'll see how much you'll actually at least already have to bring to the table for the next role. So that's what you need to do, because before you start making those steps where you're like, I want to move, try and understand where you're at and be brutally honest with yourself. The easiest way to explain this is think of it like moving houses. You don't start from scratch. You take the furniture that still works and sell or give away what you already don't think belongs to the new house. What you don't do is you don't just move into the new house and forget everything else that you've had before. You try to take what you like. Unless you're one of those filthy rich people that just decides, you know what, throw everything away because you want to start afresh. That's a different conversation. Number three, the biggest question that you need to answer yourself is, are you financially ready? Career transitions can normally come with a salary dip or gaps in employment. Remember, in most cases, you're going to a role which you'll be considered to be junior in, where you've got no skills in that particular role. So be willing to take a salary cut because you're trying to build up for your future career based on what you've thought about. The practical thing is try and save 3 to 6 months of your expenses and try and use some of these budgeting apps to try and map out your runway, or just use ChatGPT or Gemini. You can actually tell it how much you've got, how much your monthly expenses are, and see if you've actually saved enough for those 3 to 6 months for that career transition. I always say your confidence goes up when your bank is up. When your bank is low, there's always going to be something that's not going to make you smile most of the time in the interviews. There's nothing worse than planning a career change on a bad budget, because you end up literally being desperate and picking just about anything just to get back into the work environment. And after all that work of trying to transition, you've just wasted your time and your energy. What do you have to do after you've decided to do this transition? Let's say you've already decided that you want to make the transition. So you've decided it's time. Now what? And here's where the strategy actually beats the impulse. The most important thing is start networking in your targeted industry immediately. The practical tip here is set a goal of 3 coffee chats or virtual meetups per month. At least look at 3 of those coffee chats. Ask people what it is that they do on a daily basis and what it is about the role that surprised them the most. Try the transition internally if you can. It is also easier to transition in your current company than any other company. So if you already start building some of those coffee chats internally and you try to transition, in most cases, your salary will be protected. But also try to make sure that you build those externally. And remember, it takes time. Here is the one thing that I always want people to understand. Career transitions takes so much time. So you have to be patient. Now, the next thing that you need to do is number 5, which is upskilling. Strategically, you have to upskill. Don't rush into that $2,000 or 2,000 euros or 2,000 Swiss francs course because it actually sounds good. Do the coffee chats with the people that are actually in those roles to understand if this role even requires that particular course that you're looking at. Ask the industry experts for recommendations that they would think actually works. Next thing is find 2 or 3 job descriptions for your role. Highlight the required skills that you actually are missing. That's what your learning roadmap should be focusing on. And did you also know that you can use LinkedIn AI on your LinkedIn Learning to actually help you plan a career roadmap? So please use these tools that are already available. And remember, you can start with free courses first before you fully immerse yourself into that particular space. You don't need to break the bank in order to level up. The last thing that you need to do is update your personal brand. Your LinkedIn, your CV, even your elevator pitch should actually reflect the direction that you're actually going. Not just where you've been, but where you're actually going. Write a new about me that blends your old experience with the direction that you're actually going, because when people start searching, in most cases, they'll start finding some of the skills that you already think you will have in the future. Now, think of your career story like a Netflix trailer. It should first at least be a tease where you've been, but build excitement for what is actually coming next for your career. So to recap, guys, before you actually move into this career transitions, make sure that you know why you're actually leaving and be honest with yourself. Don't ever make decisions on impulse because somebody pissed you off. 2, you've mapped up your transferable skills. You know exactly what you currently have. And number 3, you are financially prepared for whatever might come your way, because sometimes you might go a few months without finding that job because you decided to leave your current job. And once you've actually made the leap, network with intention, where you actually make sure that you gather as much information from these people as you can, upskill based on the real job targets or the real job market needs, and try and rebrand yourself to where you've actually headed to, because once you rebrand, it's easier for people to have those kind of conversations with. So my challenge to you guys today is pick one of these steps, act on it, and maybe it's journaling, maybe it's actually reaching out to somebody in your dream field. Just start. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more content designed to literally help you navigate your career path with confidence and skill. Until we meet next time, peace.